Hello, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. This is the Mukisa 11, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how we make our ombre lock extensions. This is done with using two different colors. We do not pre-color the hair with chemicals. We do this with the crochet technique and the actual hair. Okay, so let's get started. So here I'm showing you two different colors. This is our number 2 and our number 30. I always start with making the locks separately, and the distribution of color is dependent on what the client wants. I nestle the root portion in the middle of what would be the ombre tips. Then I use my needle to pull tiny hairs from the root portion through the ends. And this is simply just to anchor it there. And you'll see me do this a few times before I get started with the actual technique. So here I'm just trying to keep it in place. Sorry, I'm from a bit out of focus. And I'm just pulling it through just to get those fine hairs to hold it in place. Now this won't make it 100% secure, but the technique will. This is just to keep it from sliding. At this point, I'm creating the blended area. This is done by pulling the hairs through. And as you'll be able to see, I'm going to pick up speed a little bit, but I'm just pulling the hairs through all the way. And this is done to keep the lock secure in the center of that hair and also to blend the hair at the same time. Because we are not using bleach and dye, we have to mimic the process of coloring the hair with chemicals, and we don't want it to look like a very distinct color line. We want it to be blended. So I pull the hairs through little by little, and this is what helps it to look as blended and as seamless as possible. I prefer this over doing the color treatment just because with this one, the locks remain secure and firm and the integrity is maintained. A lot of times when you use bleach, especially if you're doing it at home, you may not know how much to use and how long to process. Lock extensions with the crochet technique are very similar to the natural process of locks. So even with natural cultivated locks, they can get damaged with color. So this is why we prefer to do the ombre method with the hair and the crochet technique over using bleach. So if you continue doing this technique, pulling the hairs through and now tightening it just to get it to be a firm and secure lock, it will be seamless. It will look like a regular lock that has been colored. And the great thing about it is that you don't have to do a double process. You don't have to bleach first and then add color. You can simply combine any combination of colors you like. If you want to put purple and blue, if you want to put gray and red, whatever color combinations you want, you can do it seamlessly without so much effort, and you don't have to do any kind of messy process. So I love doing this technique. I've produced several sets of locks with this technique, and it's a winner so far. We love it, but I just wanted to show you how we do it, and we do it this way. It does take a bit of time, so it does take a bit longer than the traditional method that we do for the solid colors, but it is well worth it because you don't have to do anything else. Once you're done, you can shampoo and condition the locks, hang them to dry, package them or install them, and they're good to go. So just to go over some of the details, I placed the root portion, which is typically darker, in the center of the loose hair for the ombre section, pulled it through with fine hairs, then blended the top, and then use the crochet technique to make it all nice and tight. So I'm gonna do this again with the number 2, and this time red, so you can see the difference. A few key points: you wanna make sure that you leave yourself enough room to do this technique so that you can combine them without it slipping, and also make sure it's nice and seamless, not too much of either color, and it's firm all the way throughout. So I'm going to show you with the red very soon, but this is just showing you how it looks like. I mean, no hard line between the two colors. It looks like it was dyed, and it's already done. Okay, so this is going to be the red. This part is going to be sped up a little bit, but I'm just showing you how I open up the center. I'm going to place the lock in the middle, and then I'm going to go ahead and continue with the same technique. secure it first by pulling the hairs through. Then you're going to blend at the top, and then you're going to crochet it. You can also palm roll just to keep some of those hairs in. But at the very end, if you've done the technique, you've pulled it through, it's secure and it's properly blended. If there's like a few hairs loose, you can trim them, and you'll see me do that towards the end. So just wanted to show you how I do this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just gonna let you see this technique. This is the sped up version, but it's exactly what I did in the beginning. Just a simple technique that doesn't require any double process for coloring, and you can combine any combination you want. So this is our favorite right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight, long weed, so in, say it again, so in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, go ahead, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight, long weed, so in, say it again, so in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, go ahead, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight, long weed, so in, say it again, so in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, go ahead, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight, long weed, so in, say it again, so in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, go ahead. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight, long weed, so in, say it again, so in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, go ahead.